if you're in the direct sales industry, or if you're in the network marketing industry, or if you're in the multi-level marketing industry, many times, unfortunately, the book is in fact judged by its cover. And that's, unfortunate in many cases, because sometimes we have a really great message, or we have a really great product, or a really great service, but sometimes people can't get past you to get to the information. And I know I've experienced that plenty of times in the past. I think we all have. And the unfortunate side to that is that in our industry, we have about 15 seconds to make the right impression, because in the first 15 seconds, your prospect, your potential business partner, your potential client, in the first 15 seconds, they make a determination of whether they want to listen to you, they want to trust you, or even whether they like you. And typically, that decision is made in the first 15 seconds. Now, when I first heard this, it made my head explode. Chris Weiner does an entire training on this, on first impressions and people judging the book by its cover. And so I think one of the best things that we can do, in addition to smiling when we're talking, which we've had that discussion before, one of the most important things that we can do is making sure that we are professional in our appearance, we're professional in our presentation, we're professional in our language, express and display professionalism in everything that you do. So, for example, if you're going to meet with a potential business partner, then you know what? You might want to go dressed in such a manner that you look like a professional in your industry. Now, look, if your industry is health and wellness or personal training or something like that, then there's certainly nothing wrong with wearing some, workout clothes or at least sporty, casual attire. But you know what? If you're a personal trainer and you're depicting yourself as being a successful personal trainer, then you may want to come in new, stylish, and probably brand name sport or sport casual attire. Does that make sense? If you're in the business profession, if your business is e-commerce or direct sales of any kind, you may want to come in a suit, not necessarily a tie, but maybe a suit, or at least slacks and a shirt, but certainly not, jean shorts and flip-flops, right? Express that professionalism. Here's something else you can do. Be on time. Whether it's starting a webinar, or whether it's showing up to do a presentation for your group, or whether it's meeting someone for a one-on-one, you know what? Be early. There's nothing wrong with being there before they are. In fact, it shows your professionalism. Here's what else you can do. Wrap up on time. Now, those that have been in business with me are laughing at me right now, because for many, many years, I was very long-winded. I have a tendency to be verbose. I get that, right? But if you tell people that you're going to do a 1-hour overview, make sure it's 1 hour. If you tell them they're going to be there for 45 minutes, make it 45 minutes. You know what? People will respect you for respecting their time, but guess what else they're going to do? They're going to go, wow, that guy's got his stuff together. That lady is a real professional. She said 45 minutes, and it was 45 minutes. So make sure you do the little things, trim the eyebrows, trim the ear hairs, make sure you got a haircut that it's relatively in style, okay? If it's been a few years since you've updated the haircut, maybe, if whatever clothing you're wearing, make sure that it's professional, it's appropriate for the meeting, it's appropriate for the time you're going to get together, it's appropriate for, if it's in the evening, then maybe, some slacks and like an open collar, open cuff type of shirt. If you're meeting in a lounge or somewhere like that, maybe that's appropriate, and that's okay. But just make your best judgment and be professional. When you call people on the phone, first thing out of your mouth, hello, my name is Brian McIntosh. Can I speak to so-and-so? That kind of professionalism. When you answer the phone, it's not, hello. If it's your business line, then it ought to say, hi, this is Brian, can I help you? Or, hello, this is Brian. Something to that effect, right? How about the message on your answering machine, or your cell phone, the receiving message on your cell phone? Boy, that's a big one. As a recruiter and a team builder, I spend a lot of time talking to people on the phone, making follow-up calls, calling people. A lot of times I have people wanting to become a part of our organization that are reaching out to me. And when I go to call somebody back, right, and it says, please listen to this ringtone while your party is being reached, and it's like Gangsta's Paradise or something, and then somebody gets on the phone and they're like, yo, what up, man? Leave it. See ya. I'm like, yeah, that might not be the person I'm looking for. And unfortunately, that might be the wrong judgment to make. But first impressions are killer. So maybe your phone message ought to say something like, hi, This is Brian. I'm not available to take your call, but it's very important to me. Please leave me a detailed message. I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. Have a great day. Or something like that, right? Maybe it's, my friend Chris Kane works down in South Texas. He owns a lodge where people do parties and things like that. When you call his phone, it says, "Hi, this is Chris with Kane's Cove. I'm either on the line or I'm with a customer. Please leave me a message. It's very important to me and I'll get back to you." Those types of things depict you as a professional. And I've always believed that just like becoming an Olympic athlete or just like becoming anything else, you've got to walk the talk, you got to walk the walk, talk the talk, look the part. You've got to behave, act, speak, and think as that individual before you will become that individual. Last story, when I was building my first network marketing company, and the regional vice president that was helping me to build, she came down to do a Saturday training for me. She came down from Houston all the way down to Corpus Christi, Texas, and I showed up in jeans and boots and a polo shirt. This is no joke. And she said to me, she said, "Brian, why don't you get a suit for when we do these meetings?" And I said, "I'll get a suit when I make the next promotion level and start making more money." And she leaned over and she said, "You're not going to make the next promotion level or make any more money until you get a suit." Right? And I went, got it. So I went out and bought a suit, not an expensive one. Didn't have that kind of money then. But I got myself a suit, and it was interesting. Within 90 days, I made the next promotion level, and buying a suit has not been a problem since then. So I just want you to know that professionalism is key. Make sure you prepare when you're doing presentations. Get in, practice, go over the material. Make sure that you know it, that you can answer questions, that you can walk people through it. Be prepared. Just like a pro athlete, make sure you practice, and you show up with the playbook here, and that you're ready to rock and roll and you're ready to leave it all on the field. Be a professional. Go out there today. Make it a productive day.